two wrongs don't make a right. Yet in India, when someone's caught for a crime, their supporters immediately start talking about others committing the same crime and not being punished. Something similar happened when Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan was arrested by the NCB. Suddenly, the massive drug haul that happened 2 weeks before Aryan Khan's arrest was back in the focus. But the story of the Mundra Port drug bust is far more complex and worrisome than some cokeheads sniffing powder lines and tripping away to glory on a luxury cruise liner. But before we go any further, let me remind you that you can find uncut visuals and telling images of all my stories on my Instagram account @ReviewRon. And also, if you're looking to enhance your communication skills for content creation or even in your day-to-day life, then you might want to sign up for my new session on Graphy by Unacademy that's happening online this Saturday, which is 9th of October at 11 a.m. India time. The link to register is in the description. And now back to the story at hand. So on 16th of September, the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, or the DRI, seized a huge consignment of 2 full containers of refined heroin from the Adani Group owned Mundra Port near Kutch. The value of this consignment, a colossal 21,000 crore rupees for 2,988 kilograms of Afghan heroin. Officials said that the international market value of the seized heroin per kilogram was about 5 to 7 crores. This is stated to be the single largest seizure of heroin in India till now and one of the biggest across the globe. Interestingly, according to the Deccan Herald, the container, apparently carrying talcum rocks, left Afghanistan much before Kabul fell to the Taliban on August 15th. After the drug bust at the Mundra port, the special NDPS court in Gujarat directed the DRI to investigate if the Adani Group had gained any benefits from this booty that landed at the Mundra port from Afghanistan via Iran in the name of Ashi Trading Company of Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh. The court also asked some pointed questions to the DRI. How did such a big heroin haul land at Mundra Port when the final destination was Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh, that is also surrounded by other ports like Chennai Port? Then the court asked, was the Mundra Port so lax that it encouraged the opium smugglers to direct their precious booty there? The court order passed on September 26 said that in the last 2 years, the sea at Gujarat, especially the Kutch district, has become a hub for smuggling the contraband in huge quantities from foreign countries. The court order passed on September 26th also said that in the last 2 years, the sea at Gujarat, especially in the Kutch district, has become a hub for smuggling of contraband in huge quantities from foreign countries, running into crores of rupees. Now, rattled by growing criticism on social media, the Adani Group came out with a reaction. After the drug bust, the Adani Group thanked and congratulated the DRI and the customs team for seizing illegal drugs and apprehending the accused. They issued a statement to the media on September 21st on the malicious social media campaign against the Adani Group on the seizure of illegal drugs at Mundra Port. The statement read, "The law empowers the government agencies to open, examine and seize unlawful cargo. No port operator across the country can examine a container. Their role is limited to running the port," adding that they only provide services to shipping lines. The Adani Group said, "We have no policing authority over the containers or the tons of cargo that pass through the terminals in Mundra or any of our ports." While the opposition parties and critics are having a field day criticizing the Narendra Modi-led BJP government, calling the drug haul a matter of grave concern, some reports also claim that the entire Adani drug port seizure and its media leak were actually fed by the Modi government itself. More such reports may come up in the future, and you will see that as the Modi government looks to initiate a big crackdown on the drugs mafia. A report in TFI Post said that the opposition is repeatedly asking one question: why is the Modi government silent about the massive drug haul at Adani Group operated Mundra Port? However, the criticism doesn't make much sense because the enforcement agencies busted the drugs consignment and there was no cover-up whatsoever. And the agencies have already made arrests in the case. The report further stressed that the fact that Modi government wanted the drugs consignment to be busted at the Mundra port and wanted people to know about it itself shows that Modi government wants to crack down on drugs. This is why there was no attempt to silence the media coverage around the matter. The drugs bust at the Mundra port was only a part of a series of efforts by the Modi government to rid the country of the drug menace, according to that report. It said, for the Modi government, the crackdowns on Bollywood isn't the end of the story. Eventually, the Bollywood celebrities who are arrested on consumption charges aren't the ones producing the drugs. While of course parts of this report do make sense, some allegations and questions by the opposition are also not totally out of place either. Addressing a press conference in Bangalore, Congress spokesperson Supriya Srinathe said the heroin classified as semi-talcum powder was imported from Afghanistan by Visakhapatnam-based Ashi Trading Company. She said that the owners of this company are a husband-wife duo named Sudhakar and Vaishali, who paid a meager 4 lakh rupees for the consignment. They have been arrested. But the real owners of the consignment are still unknown. It is impossible to believe that such a small company has imported such huge quantity of heroin, she said, adding that it was not the first time that the import of drugs was reported from Adani port. She said that on 9th June this year, the same company was involved in importing 25,000 kilograms of heroin into Gujarat from Afghanistan, and the entire consignment of drugs has been distributed in India, according to her. But ultimately, the fact remains that the Aryan Khan case and the Adani port seizure are two unrelated incidents connected by the same thread of evil that is destroying the very fabric of our country's youth and destroying many families who eventually are the victims of this fatal addiction. Let me know your thoughts on these disturbing developments, and I really hope to see many of you on Saturday in my online class where I am taking up a special session on mastering communication for not just content creation but also for enhancing your daily life through effective communication. Because think about it, it's an essential life skill that everyone needs, from school kids to CEOs of billion-dollar corporations. And the best part is, none of us are born with it. It's an acquired skill, but the one that is needed in every step of our personal and professional journey. From cracking group discussions and interviews to handling teams and crisis situations, and even in our personal relationships. How you speak and how clearly you communicate decides in a massive way your success or failure in your career or in your daily life. So if you think that you need it, then join me in the class this Saturday at 11 a.m. Indian Standard Time. The link to register is in the description. Connect with me on FB and on Instagram for all the uncut footage and images of the stories that I do here on YouTube. Of course, subscribe here if you find my videos worth it. But even if you don't do any of these things, thank you so much for watching this one. Please take care of yourself and those around you. Jai Hind.